Hi, I'm your goddess Nesca, here with Chuckleman. What are we reacting to?
America's Secret Underground Cheese Bullets. This is a real thing.
You broke it.
This has almost nothing to do with the U.S. military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it.
Cheese?
Today we're talking about America's Strategic Cheese Reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri, where America, as of August...
Oh my god, it's around us!
Yeah, that's actually not too far from here.
We have cheese mines?
Did you see the picture? That's old cheese.
We have cheese mines in Missouri!
You didn't know about... I gotta tell y'all, remember your AI thumbnail for this one.
There's cheese! There's cheese in these mountains!
2022.
Wait! The moon's not made of cheese! The underground is made of cheese!
Unless they're flying the cheese to the moon.
The cheese is flying to the moon!
Those are really
got cheese mines!
Yeah, I didn't know about this till this year when Kirsha was talking about this, but apparently this is a real thing.
We get cheese.
Currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese. And just for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video very close to April Fool's Day.
Not just
This is
any cheese, it's government moo cheese. My government me cheese.
I heard about this when I was a kid.
Government cheese.
Apparently they knew about this, and that's why they were handing out government cheese, to get rid of it.
What? But what? Well, maybe they want to make some pizza and still a thing during and after
The
apocalypse.
Walking Dead comes about. You better hope you're not lactose intolerant.
Oh my god, you're right. You'll be
not an April Fool's joke. I am 100% serious. El Dorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese.
Look,
I like that movie.
The city of cheese.
And I know what you're thinking. Right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But no, this is going to infect your thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens.
I feel blessed that we live in Missouri and we're above bunkers of cheese.
If you get hit by I think you made the joke.
The one time the government can actually make money on, it's just to sell the cheese. So, the cave is a big mountain cow! The mountain cow! We live
Ever
on
again.
the back
I mean,
of
for
a
example,
mountain
let's just say
cow.
you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay? You're never going to be able to
Yay.
watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come
Oh,
to the
that
terrifying
part.
realization that you live in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III, and we're going to have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese.
No! Not radioactive cheese! Don't shoot the cheese
None of
mines!
that nacho cheese.
No! It'll be spicy! I don't want spicy
If it's spicy and radioactive.
Radioactive spicy, don't nuke their cheese mines!
And this is real life. So I asked myself one question. How on earth did America get to this point? Because I know it didn't happen overnight. And what I found was the craziest real-world example of a butterfly effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II. If you missed that...
Now there's ice cream ships too?
Apparently it's during World War II.
The chocolate chip
version,
of ice
basically
cream.
the U.S. government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s. Because of that, all the bars in America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay in business. Ice cream stepped up to fill the social void left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol, socially speaking. As I'm sure you can...
Oh, yes. Have ice cream instead of alcohol. Get fat off of ice cream instead of getting drunk off of alcohol. Yay!
Well,
That's a win-win. But the taste buds are nuked. Now it'll be death cheese.
You can imagine this would drive up dairy consumption. Combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry. And honestly, it worked out great. Right up until it didn't in 1949. 1949, 4 years after World War II, the American military is downsized, there's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption, or a dip in the dairy market. As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because, I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said, hey, you know what, we're gonna buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment.
Question.
What?
Is the milk all cow?
Yeah.
You sure it's not other animals?
No, it's cow, because they were trying to keep up the dairy industry. They didn't want the dairy industry from collapsing.
It's not Mommy Milkies?
Mommy Milkies.
Mommy Milky Cheese?
They didn't have that. They didn't have those back in the milk.
I want some Mommy Milky Cheese.
You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money by selling milk. And then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk. A.K.A.
Dude, you should dress me up as a cow.
For this one. I like how in the corner it tells you here, heat wave in effect.
Oh, we're in a heat wave. Yay, we're dying. Huzzah.
Hey, you made
The
less
cheese
money.
melts.
Now the government has come
our
out of
cheese
left field and
mines.
said, hey, we're going to buy all of the milk. What do? You make more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened. So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much milk. So naturally all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese, that way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese?
Wait, cheese doesn't expire?
If you keep it refrigerated. Well, certain kinds of cheese.
Huh, I did not know that. My brother kind of had a portal to the animal waffle lands. The animal waffle milky cheese cows. Like Interspecies Reviewer. The moos. Goddess of cows of the moo. Moo.
I knew it was a good video to react to.
They have no clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan, aka the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it, and he...
Why?
This is all the government cheese.
Is there something they're not telling us? Is cheese literally gold?
Apparently.
Looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem. Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. However, having at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference.
Throw it on the ocean, the fish will have a cheesy taste.
Huh.
With a 5-pound block.
Ooh, cheesy lobster and cheesy crab. Cheesy shrimp.
A moldy cheese, and is like,
I'm
hey,
hungry.
we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun.
No.
We'll save money on cheese.
No.
We're going to find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's going to be a great science experiment. The public did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey.
You know, here's an idea. Why not freely distribute the cheese?
They kind of did.
Okay, yay! Distribute the cheese to everyone. Oh my god, the place is gonna become a big rat magnet, probably in the long future.
Hey,
the super rats from the Joker.
Okay, but this, along with all Americans' taxes, you get a free giant wheel of cheese. So taxes plus cheese.
That's what they could feed the people down in Alligator Alcatraz. They can just live off cheese.
There you go. Feed the prisoners
Taxes
the cheese.
for the last 40 years, you've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes. And this is where we get the saying, government cheese from.
You're gonna end up eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
The U.S. government...
What was that from?
I don't know. That was some sitcom that looked like it was maybe around the 80s. Oh, sell it to the poor countries who need food. Yeah, you go. Okay, yeah, let's send all the cheese to like
then the whole
Ukraine,
world,
Iraq, Palestine.
And then the whole world be constipated at the same time.
Make the world cheese. Live off of the cheese empire.
would then continue to give out government cheese until the
idea.
1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years.
That actor
there's
was
still 5 minutes in the video.
Frankie something.
The actor was fairly something in the sitcom bit. Oh, is it that one fat actor who died like a long time ago?
Yeah, I think so.
Happy ending. Hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign, the biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria and every school in America had a bunch of posters of...
And this is why we're probably fat now.
But I love milk.
Athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember commercials as a child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Mr. Miller told
Remember
me
this
never
commercial?
drinks milk. Look at him.
No, that's not good.
Milk.
Surely this is what it's...
You remember that?
No, I do not.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
You did?
I remember, like, he showed it on this video, I'm like, oh my god, I remember this shit.
I do not think I ever saw that one.
Maybe the cheese.
Maybe they used the cheese to start the first biggest food war between countries ever.
Food wars, yes, they go
Food
in.
wars! Yay!
Inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products,
Yes,
right? I mean,
good
yeah,
for your
probably, but
bones,
looking back
right?
on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one
Like,
company
it's
profiting
different.
from selling all this
Didn't wear a
milk, where
baseball
was all the
cap.
money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese.
The conspiracy's big. Think about it. Every school lunch, they always give you a carton of milk.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of something normal like water or juice or something.
I miss good commercials, yeah.
Why would you have milk with your cafeteria food? It was always milk.
Well, I'm going to take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened. In 1995, the U.S. government created a non-profit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products.
Ooh.
Literally a cabal of individuals
Shoveling it off to the
plotting
school
behind
kids.
the scenes to get people to eat more cheese. It's the cheesiest conspiracy of all.
What is food that they had in school cafeteria that used cheese? I think
The pizza boat.
like normal, not the fancy kind, but yeah. Anytime they had pizza, they had cheeseburgers, didn't they?
Yeah, but they tasted like the
Yeah, I know.
soy burgers.
Yeah, they were bad, but they always put cheese on it, didn't they?
Yeah. Wait, what if cheese is not from cows, but from the caves the entire time?
Cheese comes from the earth. A new discovery we have made today.
Will they still be around in Dr. Stone's world? Because it's in caves.
Dude, that would be hilarious if an episode of Dr. Stone that they somehow go to, well, they're going to South
Brazil.
America. Yeah, they're going to Brazil now. But that would be hilarious if they stumbled upon the cheese mines in Dr. Stone.
And I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind.
Cheese
Okay, they're the
sticks.
reason
Cheese
that Taco
sticks.
Bell started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign. In 2002, when Pizza Hut had the Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas. And that was their entire proposition for staying in business.
And that's where we get Domino's stuffed crust pizza that tastes like ass. So we can blame them for it.
Because they took the cheese back?
Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane. So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI. And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life.
got it here.
We go ahead and
What?
read one for you now. It's a letter
Yay.
from Pizza Hut to
Tell me.
DMI regarding a meeting they recently
Pizza
had,
Hut.
July 6, 1999. Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed. We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again.
Thank you for talking to me about our cheese idea.
So they say
They ran out of the government cheese for their pizzas.
so people say
That say that lava looks like melted cheese was onto something. Oh no. Oh no. See, the
And
cheese
for coming
became
to Dallas, we
radioactive.
look forward to talking to you soon about our
Molten cheese
partnership
lava.
opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese. Even
Wait,
they know
really?
that
They
this
said
is a
it that?
fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated, while it is a
Cheese.
non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that
Where do I sign up? I want $1 million. Hey, everyone eat cheese. Came from our boobas. You're alive and
You be the
anime
fir- you
boobas
could-
ate
you
the
could-
cheese.
you could be the first VTuber sponsored by them.
Cheese,
Think about
cheese,
that.
Cheese. I will be your cheese queen.
You could be Nessie Holy Goddess of the Cheese.
Goddess of the cheese.
It's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is
Yes.
the one thing on earth that if you were allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese
sucks to
allergy.
live.
No, you're lactose intolerant. We're not going to say you're allergic because we all know you're going to eat that shit anyway.
You're gonna eat the cheese and just shut it out later.
Yeah.
You will force yourself to cheese. No one can resist the cheese.
It worked. It worked.
Eat the cheese from my pie.
Is because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically
Jealous of
selling
cheese.
ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it. It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not mine. Anyways,
Dude,
I guess
sponsor
if you
me.
made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion,
Cheese, sponsor me! I will sell all the cheese! Cheese for everyone! Cheese for world! We got cheesecake, we can have a cheese pie, we can like the cheese! Everything is cheese!
the U.S.
Cheese
government
hat.
banned alcohol in the
Eat the
1920s.
cheese
It
hat.
set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the US has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess. Thanks for watching. Best way to support.
Alright.
That was a good video, but I want to become the cheese goddess. Yeah, you can become the first cheese-sponsored VTuber in history, sponsored by cheese. I will cheese for all the cheese. Well, thank you for joining us for this video. Bye. What's next?
Thank you all for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It would make me very happy. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug.